Hello guys, welcome to another lesson. We are still on integration of trigonometric functions. Today we are looking at trigonometric integrals of the form sine power m x multiplied by cosine power n x. Let's look at the first example. So firstly, we are going to look at integral of sine squared x cosine squared x dx. So in this situation, the exponents of the sine and the cosine are both even. And when they are even, we use the half angle identity as we learned in our previous lesson. So we know that the half angle identity for sine squared x is, and the half angle identity for cosine squared x is also. So in this situation, we are just going to replace half 1 minus cosine 2x in place of sine squared x, and the same thing in place of cos squared x. So let's do that. So our integral now becomes half bracket 1 minus cosine 2x by half bracket 1 plus cosine 2x dx. So at this stage, we can choose to multiply the constants and factorize that out. So that will give us 1/4 integral of 1 minus cosine 2x 1 plus cosine 2x dx. And obviously, this is difference of two squares. So that will give us 1/4 integral of 1 multiply the 1, that is 1, and this multiply this, and that will give us minus cosine squared 2x. But you shouldn't forget that cosine squared 2x is also the same as 1/2 bracket 1 plus cosine 4x. So replacing this over here, we have 1/4 integral of bracket 1 minus half by 1 plus cosine 4x dx. So here I can multiply through by the half. 1 minus half minus half cosine 4x dx. Subtracting half from 1, that will be 1/4 integral of half minus 1/2 cosine 4x dx. So now we can integrate. That will give us 1/4 integral of half with respect to x is half x minus the integral of this. Let's write the constant, and this one we learned that we integrate the whole thing, and that will give us sine 4x. Then we differentiate what we have here, which will give us 4. Then we reciprocate it and multiply by the answer. So by 1/4 plus c, we are going to get 1/4 by half x minus 1/8 sine 4x plus c. So multiplying through by 1/4, we are going to get 1/8 x minus 1/32 sine 4x plus c, and that's the solution for that. The next example. In a situation like this, where the powers are odd, there are two solutions for this type of integral. One of the ways is to split one factor of the cosine so that you can introduce the Pythagorean identity of cosine into it, or you split one of the factor of the sine and introduce Pythagorean identity into it. Either ways will work. So let's split the cosine. We're going to have integral of cosine x, cosine squared x, sine cube x dx. But cosine squared x is equal to 1 minus sine squared x. So we're going to replace this with what we have here. And that will give us integral of cosine x by 1 minus sine squared x sine cube x, all multiplied by dx. So multiplying through by cosine x and sine cube x at the same time, that means that we're going to get cosine x, then this sine cube x, then the same time when you multiply, you're going to get minus cosine x, this and this will give us sine power 5x multiplied by dx. Integral of cosine x sine cube x minus integral of cosine x sine power 5x, this will dx and also dx. In our previous video, we learned that if you have integral of cosine x sine power n x dx is the same as we add 1 to the power, and that will be sine power n plus 1 x. Then we multiply by reciprocal of what we have here, 1 over n plus 1 plus c. This simply means that integral of cosine x sine cube x dx will give us sine power 4. We add 1 to this x, then we multiply by the reciprocal of 4, 1 on 4, minus same thing, we're going to have 1 on 6 sine power 6x plus c, and that becomes the result for this. Or it's either we split the sign, and with that we're going to have integral of cosine cube x sine x sine squared x dx. But the Pythagorean identity for sine squared x is equal to 1 minus cosine squared x. So we're going to replace this over here, and that will give us integral of cosine cube x sine x by 1 minus cosine squared x dx. Expanding or multiplying through, we are going to get integral of cosine cube x sine x minus sine x cosine this, and this will give us cosine power 5x all dx. Applying the integral symbol and then variable of integration, we're going to have integral of sine x cosine cube x dx minus integral of sine x cosine power 5x dx. And we learned that the integral of sine x cosine power n x dx is also equal to negative 1 on n plus 1 cosine n plus 1 x plus c. So in that case, this gives us cosine power 4x, then multiply by negative 1 on 4. Then same thing, this will produce negative, so plus 1 on 6 cosine power 6 x plus c, and that is the answer. So these are the solution. Thank you very much for watching. Watch out for the next parts still on trigonometry. Subscribe and share. Bye bye.